Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sweet Pea Crafts. If you're new here, my name is Christy, and this is my channel where I share all of my crafting adventures. I'm trying to get better at looking at the camera and not at myself. Um, Today's going to be a little different of an episode. Uh, it's kind of not going to really be a regular episode, but I will have some knitting in a few minutes. So just bear with me. Sorry that I've had such a long absence. I wasn't expecting to be gone so long, but we've had some, um, it hasn't been a great time here lately. I have some sad news to share. And if you are a pet parent, you'll understand. About a month ago, 6 weeks ago, noticed that my female dachshund Gemma was acting strangely. We got her to the vet, and she was diagnosed with SARS, and she is completely blind. And here, Gemma, you want to say hello since we're talking about you? She's only 7, and we just did not see this coming. For her to just basically wake up one day and be blind. SARS stands for sudden, oh gosh, I'm just having a moment today. I'm trying really hard not to cry in this episode. Um, I don't remember what it stands for. A sudden acute retinal something. Anyway, there's not a lot known about it, but and no treatment. She is permanently blind. So it's been an adjustment for everybody, and her world has just gotten a lot smaller, and it's been hard. There are babies, all our children are all grown, and I wasn't, just wasn't prepared, wasn't expecting this right now, and it's been really difficult. It causes some other symptoms. It can cause Cushing's. Luckily, she is tested negative. All of her blood work is fine, but it causes weight gain and lethargy, and you know, it can cause a lot of autoimmune problems that may not happen right away. So she'll have to have regular blood work, and uh, it's been hard. She seems to be handling it a lot better than my husband and I are, but that's partially why I haven't recorded lately. I honestly, if I'm being honest, I've just been really depressed and not sure uh, how to handle it and what I wanted to do. And there's been there's always something. So, there's been some other stuff going on too. And anyway, she's doing okay. She's learning her way around the house, and not that I move furniture around a lot anyway, but there won't be any more of that. She can't be out in the yard by herself. She has to be on a leash because we live on property that's surrounded by woods, and you know, um, I can't have her getting lost out there and not being able to find her. So um, we're just dealing with it and taking it day by day. She sleeps a lot, a lot, a lot. But she's still here with us, and we are just giving her extra loves and trying to do the best we can for her. So, enough of that. I've rambled on for 4 minutes about this, and that is the sad news. So, when you see it in the title, that's our sad news. Um, but I do have some knitting to show. I have been working on a few things. So I didn't bring everything out for a regular podcast episode. I will have the format that I usually use at the end of this month in a couple of weeks. Probably the week of Thanksgiving. If you live in the States, that's a couple weeks away. So, and then my plan is to do Vlogmas. It's something I've always wanted to do. I don't get up to a whole lot, so we'll see. Hopefully it's not too boring. But there'll probably be some cooking, and I do have a few things planned for some things I'd wanted to do earlier this year that I'm going to make time for during Vlogmas, that I probably will not upload every day, but maybe 2 to 3 days together at a time. I have some Advents coming. This will be my first year to ever have Christmas Advents, so I'll have those to open, and we'll just see how it goes. I hope you enjoy, and if you have, when we get into it, if you have, I might do like a Q&A if I start getting some questions, so just let me know. But anyway, on to the knitting. Let's not talk about all these things that are going to make me start crying. So I did make my project bags out of the fabric that I showed. Here's the lining for it. A couple, I don't know, maybe it was in my last episode. I don't have the Christmas one out, but this is the one with the Halloween fabric. So I'm still using it, and I'm working on my November socks. And I actually have my October socks to show too, but I don't have them with me. So this is just a vanilla sock. I just added some stripes. The colorway was a sock set from Legacy Fiber Arts, and the colorway is candy corn. And actually I have the label. It's an 75-25 blend, and I'm really enjoying it. So I just thought I'd do something a little different, put a few stripes on the leg, and I'm working on the gusset decreases. I did the heel in the contrast color too. This has a 2x2 ribbing, and it's a vanilla sock. I cast on 64 stitches, and I'm using Magic Loop. And since I'm sitting here with my project bag in front of me, I'll show you this, because I just found it the other day. I'd forgotten that I had it. This is a little, I used this for cross stitching, but it works equally well for knitting. It's a little polymer clay case that I got off of Etsy years ago, and there's a little magnet in it, and I have stitch markers in there right now, but I used to keep needles in it for cross stitching, and it's all fall colors, leaves and acorn. Excuse me. I forgot to bring my coffee, so I thought I'd show that. The lady that I bought that from, I don't even know if she still has an Etsy shop, but she's super talented. Like I said, I've had that for a long time. So the other thing that I want to talk about real quick is my Shawlography. Oh, I have a lot to say about this project, so let's just get to it. This is in a Winnie the Pooh bag. It's a big sweater size bag. I love it. And I don't remember who makes it. I was looking to see if there was a tag somewhere. No tag on it. If I remember, I'll link it down below. If I forget, just send me a message and I'll let you know who I got it from. It was an Etsy seller. So let me show you where I'm at. I just finished part 2, and it was a slog. I'm not even gonna lie. This when it started out, I'll show it to you while I'm talking about it. Excuse me for the cough and my allergies. When it started out with this first section with the wedges, I loved it. I was like, oh, this is really cool. I've never done anything like this before. I'm gonna love it. Well, I did at first. The first part was the wedges, and then we moved on to this slip stitching that made these kind of triangles. And then we get to these. I've seen people refer to them as shrimp. These little I-cord loops. Well, this is about the time that we were going through all the stuff with Gemma. And I know that Stephen West had talked about you could add a sixth color. And I had seen someone else use mohair, and I had this mohair laying around for years. Didn't really have plans for it. It kind of went with the theme I was using for this shawl. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do the mohair. Well, if you've done this shawl, you'll probably notice that I made a giant mistake, and I was so angry with myself over it. I don't know. I was really preoccupied just kind of going through all this stuff with Gemma, and I did not do the correct number of loops. I have about half as many loops as I should, and didn't even realize it till I got to the end of the row, and I'm counting, and I'm like, I'm never, I was like maybe 3 or 4 loops away from the end of the row, and I was like, what did I do wrong? And I figured it out. So I was going to pull it all out and redo it, but these loops are 2 strands of mohair held together, and there was no pulling that out. And so it sat in timeout for a few days, and I got to thinking about it, and I thought, this shawl, we're at the beginning of this shawl. It already looks so busy. I'm just going to leave it. Hopefully, in the whole scheme of things, you won't really notice. And so I really hope when I get it blocked and stuff that you won't notice it that much. Truthfully, right now, I'm not loving it. I'm going to go through kind of what my idea was behind my yarn choices in a minute. But after that, we had this section here, and then these welts. The welts were interesting to do, and I do love. This is my second Stephen West shawl to make, and having not been knitting that long, I do love the fact that you learn so much, and all of his techniques are so well explained. I'm just going to hold it up while I'm rambling on about it. All of his techniques are so well explained. I ended up, thankfully, in the row with the bobbles, I did the correct number, paid attention, and I did use the mohair again, but that's the last. I have peeked. I know what the rest of the shawl looks like, and I won't be using the mohair in any more of it, so I can't really get it all in the shot. But I just finished these 2 triangle sections that are at the end of the second part, and it has been for the most part fun to knit. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I had not been working on this and having so much going on in my personal life. So another thing that another reason why I'm not in love with it right now is because I am really questioning my color choices. And that's the thing with a mystery shawl, a mystery knit along, that you don't know, you don't know how it's going to look. I sort of decided to do this on a theme. And I mean, when I have all my colors together, I feel like they work well together. But this is so busy. There's so much going on with it that I'm just not sure about it. I'm going to finish it. I just don't know if it'll be something that I really ever wear. And I'm not sad about that. I'm happy to have done it. I've learned a lot. It's been a good experience as far as the knitting, and everything I'm fixing to go through my yarn. All of my yarn was from my stash, stuff that's been hanging around for a while. So I'm super happy that I didn't buy anything, and I'm using up yarn from my stash. So I'll show you when I laid out my colors. These were kind of how they how I laid them out together. My first color, which this is not in order of A, B, C, D, and E. This was just how, before I ever started the shawl, this was how I had laid my colors out. So hopefully you can kind of see this is a speckle. It has yellows and greens in it and some browns. So I started out with that as my lightest color. And then I brought in, because I know that he recommended some, I'm so sorry. He recommended solids or yarns that were not too speckled. So I do have two yarns that are speckles, but so this was my first one. Then I had the yellow, the solid yellow, which it's coming out a little darker than it is. It's, I don't know, that's probably pretty close to the color that it is. And then I had this speckle, which, no, I'm sorry, the next color that I had lined up was this blue, which this speckle has blue in it as well. So I have this solid blue, and that's pretty true to color. Then I had this speckle, which has a little bit of yellow in it, and grays, and some browns and coppers, and green, some dark green in it. And then my final color, not counting the mohair, is this really dark forest green. So see if I can hold these up together while I tell you kind of what my idea was. I was in the mood to stitch something kind of autumn, and so my idea was this was like autumn days, you know, with the sunshine and blue skies, rain, and dark like pine trees. And so that was kind of my thought behind it. When I pulled in the mohair, it has a lot of colors that are in this one, a lot of grays and coppers, kind of like a stormy sky. And I thought, this is perfect. You know, I have a theme, and this is going to do well together. But the execution of it, I'm just not sold on it 100%. So, you know, like I said, we'll see. I know I've peaked. I know what the rest of it looks like. So I am going to continue with it. I'm going to finish it. And next time I show it, I really want to finish it this month. So apart from working on the socks, that's probably the only thing I'll do the rest of this month is finish those socks and try to finish this. And hopefully when I have my next episode, I'll have it all blocked out for you. But I don't know. Tell me what are your thoughts on it? It's too late now. It's too late now to make changes, but you know, like I said, I wish I had gone for a more, he's always, you know, you got to pick a pop of color. So I thought I would go a little out of my comfort zone. I would not normally put all these colors together, and I am just still unsure of it. But I am a process knitter, so I do enjoy the process of it. And once I got over myself for making that huge mistake with the loops, you know, I felt a lot better about it. So anyway, I'm gonna end it here. I've rambled on for 20 minutes and really didn't mean to. Gemma, you want to come say bye? She's 90% of the time in my lap, and oh my goodness, oh, it's so pitiful. We just give her extra loves, huh? Extra loves. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will be back in a few weeks with a regular episode, and then we'll be on to Vlogmas. Thank you. All right, it's time to do a mug swap. And since I didn't show my Halloween mugs, I'll show them while I'm putting them up. Here's my little owl. ghost. And pumpkin. And let's get out the fall mugs. And I'll put those up. First one we have is Mr. Squirrel. The turkey. Sorry about all the paper crinkling. The fox. And the owl. And just in case you were wondering, that's who makes these mugs. They are huge. I don't know if you can really get a sense of how big they are, but they're really big mugs. Let me put my hand under it. Really big mugs. But I use them for decoration. I do drink out of them sometimes too. But anyway, I thought I would just do a little mug swap with you today and tack it on to the end of this video. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Bye-bye.